Have you ever complained to someone and they expect you, and you expect them to help you when it's their obligation, but instead they simply ignore you, and you don't do anything about it? Then you feel hopeless and stuck. That is what it's like to be sexually harassed in India. When they file complaints and try to bring their convictions to justice, they just get ignored and feel helpless by the government that is supposed to help them. That is the reason why I want to bring this to your attention. Is in India, the government won't help these victims. Then we have to. So my goal is to bring awareness to this issue. So no woman, man, child has to feel helpless and stuck again. This breaks their natural right to a fair trial. The government is not allowing these cases to be seen and not applying enough resources to fix this existing problem. This is not an issue we should ignore. This is a serious issue, since women should be able to feel safe and protected by the government. If this issue is not solved, people may turn on the government and protest violently. Many people will also start sexual harassing more, since they think the government won't do anything about it. It leading to a rate of sexual harassment to rise dramatically. Since 7 out of 10 people who get sexually harassed are women, it may make males think they are superior and lead to inequality. Now let's say this. Violations get solved. There wouldn't be so much dislike in the Indian government. And the people in India would feel safe, knowing that they are being listened to. The rate of sexual harassment would go down, since the people would be getting convicted. There would be more equality between men and women, making people feel safer. Over the last 10 years, there's been many violations of people's rights in India, such as sexual harassment, which is the harassment typically of a woman in a workplace or other professional social situations involving making of unwanted sexual advances or obscene remarks. The other issue was the wood that fueled the fire. Since there was sexual harassment cases going on, but they were not being put through the justice system. So if someone filed a sexual harassment claim, they would be most likely to be ignored. And this just makes people not trust the government and makes them feel that they have to fend for themselves. For the offender, they would not be charged for their crime, which gives the incentive to do it again. I recommend they create a police division that focused on the smaller cases like this, like sexual harassment, and suits and makes direct effort to stop sexual harassment. This division will be picked so it is hard to get a biased officer that takes bribes and other deals. They will also look at the cases they got, not ignoring any, to get them prosecuted in a court of law. And have prosecuted properly, this will solve issue with not getting a right to a fair trial. This will send a larger message that sexual harassment is not going without justice. This will hopefully stop the vicious cycle of sexual harassment, making people feel safer. As of right now, they have made attempts to put in a special division of a group of government officials that look over cases that have been piling up and not been looked at. The division has been successful at raising awareness to the issue and showing that the government is trying, but there are some minor kinks they need to work out and haven't solved many cases so far. They're still in the process of building the division fully. My recommendations would change the amount of cases going unprosecuted and get people the justice they deserve for the crime they committed. This then would send a larger message overall that people in India will not take anymore, and that sexual harassment is not a victimless crime, and that they will not ignore cases anymore. This would make people trust the government, and hopefully this would increase gender equality, thus making people in India feel safer and giving them a sense of security so they don't feel protected in their own town. Thank you.